How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Stoppage Stooges podcast. We got the four of us. It's a miracle. It's a Premier League Summer Series miracle. We have Christian, Jacob, Ricardo, and it's our annual Premier League predictions episode. Oh man, some horrible takes are going to be flying today, but we're going to have some fun doing it. Says the guy who had Everton 8th last season.
Hey, you were the best of the four of us last year.
I had Nottingham Forest getting relegated, if that makes you.
So I think I did too. Towards the bottom.
I predicted the Enzo Chelsea rise.
You did.
That was me. Thank you. Maybe we got something else cooking. Maybe, a club that just got promoted won't be getting relegated. Maybe.
That's a novel concept.
Haven't heard of that. But boys, before we get into all of that, how are you guys doing?
We need to hear Jacob's word.
I always forget now because we don't do these that as often anymore.
You're forgetting words?
No.
Forgetting how to speak English?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
I'm forgetting of specific words to say, how to describe it, but I would stick to my favorite word, which is fine.
I like it. Fine's a Jacob classic.
It might be my favorite word. It's the most lukewarm word in the world, and it can be interpreted in so many different ways, and that's exactly how I like it. You don't know. You don't really know. That's the best part.
Right. All reliable. That's a good one. Christian, Ricardo, how about you guys?
I'm ready for the season to start. So I'm
I know you're ready. I know Christian's ready. Look at him. Look at him.
He actually got the Florian Wirtz haircut.
Yes, I'm glad someone made a comment about that. I'm glad because I was thinking about that. Incredible. His new favorite player.
Respect.
Yeah,
he hasn't even played a minute.
Hey, I've been on the Wirtz train.
I love it. Right. How are you doing, Andrew?
Ricardo, thank you for asking. I'm doing so well. So well. Just we're grinding. Work, life, everything. We're going. Ricardo knows.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, he knows. He knows what's up. All right, enough about me. Let's get into these predictions. So this year are 3 new clubs: Sunderland, Leeds United, glory, Leeds United, and our good friends Burnley.
Do you know Burnley's chant? Can you sing Burnley's chant?
I'm not going to sing Burnley's chant. Do you want to sing Burnley's chant?
No. Because if you've seen the video of me on TikTok, you know that team bothered me during COVID. Sean Dyche, not a fan.
Do you want to maybe share that video on the socials?
Oh boy, yeah. You know what? Sure.
Can you give a little context because I'm
okay? So
yeah, that's why I'm wondering here.
Sure. I'll give context before we get started. If you remember during the 2021 season, Liverpool were really, really hurt a lot. I'm sure you guys remember the Van Dijk injury.
I do,
most notably. So during the winter period, we just had, I think we had Fabinho at center back at one point. We had Jordan Henderson playing center back. Oh, not good. Anyways, Burnley came to Anfield, and this was when we lost a bunch of games in a row.
I think I do remember this.
And Ashley Barnes just went to the ground very lightly, and I was screaming at the TV. Somehow got 200K views on TikTok. So that'll play.
That will play.
I will put it on social, though, for the viewers to enjoy.
Yeah, we need that. We need that in the ether just for everyone to enjoy. Unfortunately, in the Prem this year, we're without, not to cry, Leicester City. We're without Ipswich Town.
Yeah, the most overrated manager in the world.
And we're without Southampton.
Yeah.
So sad. Rep in peace. See you again next year.
Just imagine you're Kieran McKenna. You have a bunch of big clubs offering you deals. You stay with a garbage team that's about to get relegated, and then no one wants you.
But he's a genius.
Oh yeah, because
he's the Sean McVay of football.
he's a genius because he never got elevated at Man U to look just like he does now, which is bad.
But Ruben Amorim can continue to manage them.
Ugh, gosh.
Oh god.
All right. So the way this is going to work for us, we're going to go from lowest to highest. We're going to have our relegated teams first. So who wants to go first? Oh, and then afterwards we'll pick our awards for the year. But
I'll kick it off.
Block, go right ahead, my friend.
The team that has zero chance of staying up, in my opinion, is Burnley. So I have them finishing dead.
Do we all agree Burnley's getting relegated?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
1,000,000%.
I don't really need to go into too much detail. I think losing James Trafford is a major loss. They also lost their top goal scorer, Brownhill, who I believe left as a free agent. So no chance. I don't see any way in which they score enough goals to even put up a real fight. So I have them going down. The only team that I have that's been in the Premier League that's going down is Wolves. So I have them finishing 19th.
Yes.
Cunha leaving. I also think Ain't Nori and Semedo both leaving is a big loss. I was looking at their goal involvements last season, and the percentage those three put up, it was really significant. So I just don't know if they have enough. Obviously, a lot of time left in the window, so we'll see if they bring in a couple attacking players. But losing Ain't Nori's width off that left side, obviously Mateus Cunha was awesome for Wolves in his couple seasons there. So I think they are the one team that goes down that's been in the Premier League for a couple years. The last one I had a tough time with. I tossed between a couple teams. I'm going to go with Sunderland. I like their business this summer. They've done some really good things. I am so surprised that Granit Xhaka ended up there.
Surprised with a couple moves. Why the hell did Brighton sell them Simone Adingra?
Yeah.
Right. Diarra from Strasbourg, I think, was their biggest signing so far, and Strasbourg was very good last year in Liga. So they've done good business, but I think they really exceeded expectations getting through the playoff last year. I don't think they were really ready. And I think losing Joe Bellingham is also pretty important as well. So I tossed between them and Leeds, which I will talk about later, at least for my table. But Sunderland, I think, just is going to go down just slightly behind Leeds.
Real quick, to make it easy, I had the exact same bottom three as Block. I had Wolves, I guess for semantics, I had Wolves 18th, Sunderland 19th. But I just feel like I had Wolves getting relegated last year, too.
You did.
I think I even had them to get relegated the first year around. So this is my Charles Barkley guarantee. This is going to happen. Third time's the charm. Wolves, I don't get how they've survived in the Prem for this long. They have the most boring kits, most boring support, the most boring everything. They were bailed out by solid managers who I didn't appreciate at the time, i.e., Espirito Santo. And then Mateus Cunha bailed them out. Solid, Neto. They've had guys over the years. But I don't see much talent in this club this year. I think this is finally the year our greatest enemy goes down.
Your greatest enemy.
My greatest enemy. I can't stand Wolves. They'll randomly beat Brighton in the middle of January at the Amex, and I'll get so angry. So angry. And it's going to happen again this year. I already know. It's going to be Brighton's going to have a 2-0 lead, and Wolves are going to score 3 unanswered from the 75th minute on. I already know. That's always the script of Wolves and Brighton. But they're going down. I don't see a shot for them.
Ooh. Okay. I guess I'll go. So kind of in the same thinking as you guys. I do have Sunderland. I do have Burnley in the bottom two. Burnley 20th and Sunderland 19th. Now, I was kind of going back and forth with Wolves and Leeds because, listen, Leeds manager, not exactly a great Daniel Fark, however you say his name.
Oh, he's their manager?
They
yes,
wanted
he
to
is.
sack him earlier this summer, and they didn't.
Oh no, I'm thinking of someone else. I was thinking of
And I mean,
David.
he was
I was thinking of David.
god-awful.
Who was that guy that managed Huddersfieldstown?
David
Oh.
Wagner?
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
thought.
You know,
He's
Fark.
I don't know where he is, but
He's
Farka has been there
way
for a
worse
minute.
than Daniel.
Farka was with
with
Mönchengladbach.
Norwich. He was with
And he
Norwich.
was Norwich in the Prem. Yep.
All right, they'll
He
be
was
fun. They'll
God
definitely be
awful
fun
with
with
them.
him.
So the reason I have Leeds, so I have Leeds in 7th or 18th, I should say, because of him. I believe. I just don't think he's a great manager. He's pretty bad. And also, we were saying this before we started recording. The gap between the championship and the Prem just keeps widening. It seems like every year. So I'm gonna stick with that logic. And when's the last time a championship side stayed up? Because last year all three got relegated. The year before, I think they might have also.
Great question.
It's been a few seasons since that's happened. So maybe it's that gap that it's kind of we were saying before we recorded, but I feel like that trend's just gonna continue. As solid as Leeds, and probably out of the three teams, they have the best squad of the teams that got promoted. I still think they might go back down. But I personally have a soft spot for Leeds. I don't know why. I used to like watching them with Beelzebub. That's why.
Yep.
That's no, they were fun to watch, but I think they're going to go back down. Just the three promoted teams that go back down.
The last time a team that got promoted stayed up was Fulham, by the way. Wow. That would have been 22.
So yeah, it's been a few seasons. Yeah.
So.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Jacob.
Alrighty then. Let's see. In 20th, I have Burnley. I mean, they were a joke when they were up 2 years ago. But somehow their manager got a promotion out of it. More power to Vincent Kompany.
Doing quite well too.
I know. I mean, I ripped them for hiring him, but hey, it seems like
we all did.
I mean, hey, I guess just don't have to manage the worst club in the world in England, and then you look a lot better. So, Sunderland, I have them getting relegated. It's nice that they're back. We obviously know how much they fell, and are now back. So it's admirable that they're back, but. This is going to be like Luton Town, where it's like a fun story and it's going to end.
They have a better squad than
Luton.
a
lot better than Luton. Fair play. They're definitely a lot better, and I could see them not getting relegated, but I just think I don't know. There's definitely something missing, and I definitely think that when you've been back, it's been such a while for you, and now you're back. It's definitely, I think, going to be hard for them to adjust. And like Andrew with Wolves, I'm finally going to try and call my shot with Brentford. This is going to be that they finally go down into the abyss. No more of their genius manager, Mr. Park the Bus, Thomas Frank.
Oh, now he's just. You know what this means now? He's going to beat you guys up with Spurs.
That was so evil laugh.
The biggest club in London.
Yeah. Tottenham. You know what I think of Tottenham, and you know what they are to me. I am really mad that Ange isn't their manager anymore. I will say that I am very mad that he's not the manager anymore. God, I loved him.
Wasn't Ange vying for the Sunderland job a minute ago, like a month ago? I thought that was pretty funny.
I just can't believe that they didn't bring him back after they won a trophy. That's the crazy part. But hey,
Was it?
But anyway, yeah, I just think that Brentford, I don't think that they're going to be very strong. I mean, I think that Thomas Frank was a huge part of their identity and why they were able to stay up. And I just don't know if they can fight and claw and basically grind out 0-0 draws and lead the league in like draws in the same way that they will be able to. So I don't think that it's going to. I think that this is the year that they're finally gonna, fall flat. But I will say I probably think that it will like happen on like the last day. I think it will be like right up until the end. I don't think it's going to be like some formality where it's like a week in advance and we already know that they've been relegated.
All right. I just want to say real quick, I could see anyone from, I did say 6 to 7. I'll say 14th. 14th and lower, I could all see getting relegated. Realistically. Just, I mean, I feel like that's kind of how volatile this bottom half of the table is in the Prem. Because I could, even though we were kind of, I don't want to say crapping on Sunderland because we did respect them, I think, but I mean, I could totally see some weird mix working out for them, and they somehow end up like 15th and 6th or 16th.
Yeah,
And you see someone like well, let's move on to 17th to 15th. You could see someone like, say, an Everton going down finally, or West Ham maybe is a shocker. But for 17th to 15th, I'll just go right ahead. Leeds, I have in this zone. I think they'll stay alive. I think they're the best. They have the best squad on paper out of the 3 promoted sides by far. Our guy, Brendan Aronson. Somehow the corpse of Patrick Bamford is still running out there. I mean, Daniel James is still 22. And fast.
Oh my god, they have Ethan and Padu. Oh my god, Chelsea reject.
I mean, I don't know that.
I think he might be their captain.
That good for him.
I mean, he's been there since 23.
Yeah.
It's not Bamford.
I think Bamford's leaving the club. Actually,
Really?
I saw some stuff about Farke saying that he was on his way out.
Wow, he's a smart manager. might be back on the Farke train.
But hey, Andrew, they have Carlos Rodon's brother, Joe.
Hey, that's a former Tottenham player.
God. What are we gonna do? They have the corpse of Sean Longstaff as well now, because Newcastle rejects are a thing now. Yeah, I mean, I know we're joking about them, but I mean, for out of all the promoted squad, they make the most sense to survive.
Again, this isn't a squad that's supposed to win to get into Europe. This is a squad that's supposed to stay alive.
I like Willie Nonto a lot.
Yeah.
Willie Nonto's
Good player.
interesting.
Jack Harrison. Oh
God, MLS legend Jack Harrison.
He's still going.
He's still going. Is this a second lead stint? I think.
Yep, because he's been at Everton the past 2 years.
Right. Yeah. Because he was on loan while they were relegated. Yeah. Right. So that. Yeah. No. This is a fun side. Fun side. But I think they'll stay up. 16th and 15th, I already mentioned. Everton, West Ham. They're just kind of there. There's not much else to say. They're kind of boring, cookie cutter squads. West Ham had so much hype
Last year,
and they've kind of come back down to earth. Yeah, I honestly I don't know really how to feel about West Ham specifically. Everton I feel like is definitely in this range, maybe 14th, but West Ham could be like they could be relegated, they could be 10th. I don't know.
Yeah.
And nor do I care because they're West Ham. So yeah, I don't have any real insight into that. But I do know that I have 2 good friends who are West Ham supporters. I don't know why, I don't know how, but they exist. And it's not because of Mikel Antonio. Someone?
I'll keep it going. I'm also in agreement with you on Leeds. They've signed a lot of players this summer who are experienced. So that, I think, plays a little bit of a factor for me. I also think that there's a good amount of the squad that was up the last time they were up. So
Yes.
they're experienced. They have some sort of a feel for the league. I think even if Farka were to get sacked a couple months in, I think they would have enough time to survive.
Did
I
get
think
an
that's
edge.
where I lean, because I do think he's probably going to get sacked at some point, just because
Yes.
they were already thinking about doing it a couple months ago, which is bizarre that they didn't push through with that decision. But
He's the smartest guy in Leeds. He wants Patrick Bamford to go. What are we doing?
sure.
Patrick Bamford. I'm sorry. I want to go on a Patrick Bamford.
Oh no.
rant.
Oh, please.
This guy might be a top or a bottom 5 striker in the Prem. The last, I don't know how he's lasted more than, how long has he been in the, like 8? Like I want to say like 8 seasons in the
He's
Prem.
been at Leeds since 2018-19.
God, yeah, like 7. If I was like, okay, 6 Prem seasons. One of the worst of this half decade. And the fact that he's still around, still lumbering around through injury, I don't know how. I don't know why he's still employed by them. Makes no sense at all. And the fact that he rode with them, I mean, this isn't like Jamie Vardy sticking with Leicester. This is Patrick Bamford, who's done nothing, and he's stayed in this club, and he's not even a club legend. What are we doing? What are we doing? That's my Derek DeGallo rant. Enough.
He scored a banger. He scored a banger a couple seasons ago. It was considered.
He scored 17 in his first Prem season.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, wasn't he okay for a season?
Yeah, I can tell you a lot of players who were okay for a season.
Yeah, but 17 goals worth.
Dele Alli is about to retire at 29.
Well, that's not all about.
No, I know. I just that's topical.
Different. Yeah.
It's topical. It's topical.
All right, I'll continue.
I mean, the guy had played for Tottenham. I mean, you know how hard that is.
Okay. 17 Leeds, 16 Brentford for me. I do think losing Thomas Frank is a big loss, although he was a manager who was under the radar coming in, so we don't know what their new manager, Keith Andrews, is going to be. I'm going to give him some level of optimism here, so that's why I have them a little more safe. I don't know where they're going to get their goals. That would be my one concern. They did bring in a striker, Thiago Rodriguez, a couple years ago, who scored 29 goals at Club Brugge. So that's the guy I think that would probably play as their number 9 without Wisa, assuming he goes to Newcastle. And obviously Mboma is gone. But Kelleher, good signing. Jordan Henderson on a free, I think, is smart business. So I think they're okay. And then I have West Ham in 15th. Again, I don't really feel that great about them, but they still do have Jared Bowen. Lucas Paqueta's obviously now survived his legal issues. But Kudus is a big loss.
Is it?
It's a weird squad. I think it is.
I love, you know me, I'm the biggest Kudish guy on earth.
I mean,
I think
what did he do last year?
Say it again?
I mean, did he do anything last year?
I think last year is not. I think I'm looking more towards the year prior as the. I think everybody played poorly for West Ham last year, to be honest.
Yeah.
This is a weird year.
Yeah, I think they'll be okay. Fulkrug will be kind of a new signing, honestly, because he didn't do really that much last year. He was injured for a little bit. So I think they'll be okay, but I'm not really – I don't see a world in which they, push up the table towards mid-table. I think 15th is a good spot for them.
All right, I guess I'll go. I'll go with what I said earlier, Wolves at 17th. Brentford, kind of like what you said, Christian, kind of just giving them a little bit of like the benefit of the doubt. But then I'll put Everton at 15 because they are just the last few seasons, they're just kind of in that range. It feels like 14 to like 17. They always just find a way to survive anyway. So for those reasons, I'll say, 17th Wolves, Brentford 16, Everton 15th.
Alrighty. 17th Leeds. As we talked about, they have a decent squad, and to me, it's just enough to stay away from getting relegated. 16, Wolves. I think that they're going to have a rough year, but I think they're going to find a way not to get relegated because they have been up for a decent while now. And they're scrappy enough. They always steal a game off a big team every year. It's kind of like they always find a way to win a game they have no business winning. So I think that they can do that. I just think that they still have a little left of what made them decent. And I think that will help. And then 15th, I have Everton. I could put them higher because I do think that they have a decent amount of talent for a team that's in the relegation zone, but it just seemed, and maybe, I don't know, maybe a full year of David Moyes might actually be good. I mean, West Ham look a lot worse since they fired him. So, I mean, I'm not crazy about David Moyes, but the truth is the truth. So, to me, I do think that they will be solid, and I think that they'll fluctuate a lot in the standings. Everton, I think they'll be at 12th, maybe even 11th, and there'll be points they'll be 17th. So I just think that that's kind of, they live in chaos. So that's kind of what they are. And I think that's what their fans are used to. And I just think that's what they are at this point. So I think that will be the case once again this season.
All right. 14th through 11th now. 14th, I have Brentford. All the reasons outlined here. Although I do think, Brentford has a weird sneak factor to them always historically. So I think that comes into play. And I also just like Brentford personally. So I really want them to survive. It's also for my boy, Johnny Canane. So gotta rep. 13th, hello Fulham. Another club that likes to exist in the mid-table and just, at least as of late, just stay. Nothing that much to say. I mean, they're just Fulham.
I don't know. They're always pretty scrappy to me.
There's like Anthony Robinson's, still one of the better fullbacks.
I feel like Jimenez is starting to be
Raul Jimenez.
He's starting to remind us of the form he had at Wolves.
Yeah, before the concussion.
Yep.
And I think Marco Silva's a good manager.
Yeah.
I just do. I think he's a good manager, and I think he gets a lot out of their team. And they have guys that they bring off the bench. They actually have like a team. Like this isn't like just 5 good players.
It's
they have
it's
like
a deeper squad than people may believe.
And that's because they have a lot of money. They have a lot of money for a team.
Tony Khan.
Well,
TK.
They have a lot of money for a team that was recently promoted. So that was always going to give them a leg up. So I have them higher.
I could see this range also, everyone being interchangeable. I don't really have set positions for any of them, really. 12th, Palace. I could also see Palace being a little better, but I have them there. And 11th, boys, unfortunately.
Is that the JP jersey?
No comment. It's the Brighton and Hove Albion kit.
That was a good dodge.
But I'm telling the truth.
No.
I'm very happy that Matoma's committed. I was getting very nervous. They got they got Costulis from Olympiacos. Scored 7 goals for them. They love these weird $40 million signings for young forwards that no one scouts. They end up popping for them. So, the last one being João Pedro, obviously. So, I have some hope there. But need to see it on the pitch first. But I mean, losing a Dinker is going to be big. Losing João Pedro, especially, as I mentioned, to Chelsea, who's already a club legend, it seems, for Chelsea, helping them win the Club World Cup. The most important tournament on planet Earth.
I thought that was the Carabao Cup.
They're all important.
Well, the Carabao Cup's the most important tournament in planet England.
Planet.
But planet Earth, it's Emperor Infantino's Club World Cup with Doja Cat. And
Hey, don't forget about J Balvin.
J Balvin.
Performing where we sat for Giants Cup in the same area where we sat for Giants Cup.
What's his face? The guy who had the monkey movie about him, Robbie Williams, or whatever. Remember that movie that came out like last year?
Oh, I remember her.
And they had him perform at the Club World Cup like final. I'm like, why?
Rehab.
This guy had a one-hit wonder in the UK, and no one else in the world knew about this guy. And Emperor Infantino picks up. Anyways, this isn't the Club World Cup performance rant. Brighton. Danny Welbeck's gonna find the way to score 10 goals.
Oh God!
You know, the ageless wonder who I kind of despise.
Ageless.
And,
ageless because he's been the same since he was 23. He's been the same mid player his entire career.
Injuries. Hopefully, everyone stays healthy.
That's never the case with you guys.
Never the case for Brighton. Our entire midfield's going to go down by November. I already know it. And like the thing is, like I have faith. I like Kinshelwood a lot. I like what Vifer was doing when he first came. On the back line. Carlos Baliba has become a top player.
He is. Everybody loves that guy.
This guy is amazing. I mean, they got the Diego Gomez who came from Inter Miami last year. They've got guys. And of course, speaking of ageless wonders, Block's guy is still around.
Milner?
James Milner. He's going to break the record for Premier League appearances this year.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Love that guy.
You know, hey, I mean, hopefully he does. All he needs is what, one game?
I don't know what the number is, but it's. Yeah. I don't think it's too significant.
I mean, he's like a broken down car at this point. I mean,
he's like Taj Gibson. No, my X factor though for Brighton. I think he was my X factor last year, but kind of was an X factor, but kind of not. Ruder has to be the guy. Jorginho Ruder has to step up, Leeds guy. This guy has to be the best player on the club next season. If they are, they're going to be better than 11th. Or if he is, they're going to be better than 11th. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can't speak. I'm like Jacob forgetting English.
All right. I'll continue. Sorry.
No, you're good. That's it.
Crystal Palace, I have in 14th. I feel like that's probably going to be a little low for most people, but I think their focus is going to be Europe. Whether that ends up being Europa League or Conference League, we haven't heard official wording on their appeal, but I think that's where their focus is going to be. If they're in the Conference League, I would pick them as one of the 2 or 3 favorites to win. Obviously, much weaker competition in comparison to the Europa League. I am a little worried about Gehi and potentially Eze leaving. Gehi would make a lot of sense to sell, considering he's got 1 year left on his deal. He can cash in for 40 to 45, maybe 50 million.
They could have had him for 75 a year ago.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
And remember what we said? Remember what I said? I said, "Why are you holding on? You're getting 75 million for." I'm sorry.
John Textor was focused on Botafogo at the time. He wasn't paying attention.
It just reminds me, like, hearing you say that he could get them for 45 million when a year ago they could have got him for 75.
Yeah.
But who am I?
Oh well. 13 Fulham. I think they're like the one team in the league so far that's not made a senior signing.
Yeah. I was gonna mention that, but I didn't have that confirmed. So
yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at their thing, and there's just nothing. So I don't know.
Hey, that means they're loaded.
I don't know if that's good or bad. I'm kind of just sticking in the middle there. They
are a club that's made a lot of moves the past few years, though. So I mean,
yeah. And again, Jacob's right. I think Marco Silva is a higher level than Fulham as a manager. So I think he'll keep them comfortable in 13th. I have Brighton in 12th. A respectable place for them. Yep. Herzler is a very good manager. I think he showed that last year.
Didn't mention that. Love Herzler. Yeah. I'm all in.
And again, they've brought in some good young players, guys that have a lot of potential, and their recruitment has been pretty good since they've returned to the Premier League. So I think that some of these guys will definitely splash. But again, losing João Pedro in particular is going to be a big loss. And where they find the goals, whether that's from Danny Welbeck or Ruder, as Andrews mentioned, will be very important. And then for 11th, kind of the same rules apply in terms of what I said for Palace. I have Forest in 11th. I think they will put emphasis on Europe. I do like the signing of Dan Ndoye to replace Anthony Langa. He was a very good player for Bologna, Swiss international, so he's a good player. But I think they will fall a couple places in the league as a result of trying to get deep into a European competition. So for me, Forest is going to take a slight dip this year.
Like that. All right, I guess I'll go. Andrew, I'm sorry to do this to you, but I'm not very high on Brighton this season.
I'm not either, so it's okay.
I just think they've lost way more quality players than they've brought in. So, I mean, losing João Pedro, as you said, losing Adingra, huge. I mean, who's really going to be scoring the goals? You're depending on players who aren't proven yet. That's just so. It's kind of a gamble, but no, they're not going to get relegated or anything. I just don't think they're anywhere near as good as, last season, or in seasons prior. But 14th, I could definitely see them 11th, somewhere in that range.
Ricardo, real quick too. Forgot to mention this as well. No more Evan Fergie either.
That's what I meant to say too. Yeah.
So that's another striker out.
Yeah. Yep, so where are the goals coming from? Danny Welbeck can only score so many, but I'm just a little bit down on them. But I'll put West Ham above them in 13th. They're West Ham. They're fine. They are what they are. If Paquetá had been suspended or something like that, I probably would have put him lower. I mean, he is still a pretty damn good player for them. So, I think their squad overall, again, it's nothing special, but it's still solid, I'd say. And I don't know if they've really lost any big name player. I don't think they have. Most of their roster's still the same, but they're West Ham again. They're fine. They are what they are. So I'll leave them there. I'll put Palace in 12th. This is what I feel like I could have put Palace in the top 10. I just feel like last season they were playing pretty well down the stretch, even though they weren't necessarily I don't know. I feel like they picked it up under Glasner late in the season. So part of me is should I put them higher? They might have momentum, but I don't know. I'm going to stick them in 12th. I might change this if Gay leaves or any other player leaves, but I'll stick them there. And then Fulham, like you guys said, kind of a little sneaky deep, a little deeper than people might think. And like we said, Silva's a great manager, so 11th's respectable. And they're also always in that range anyway of just feels like 8th to 11th, 12th range. So no real huge losses there either from their part. So yeah, I'm Palace is the one I'm iffy about, but we'll talk about that if any transfers happen later on.
Alrighty. For me, let's see. I have West Ham in 14th. I mean, I've believed in them the last couple of years. I think I had them in 8th last year, and I don't want to get fooled again. I like. I don't even know how to say his name. Paqueta.
Pakata is good old
Yeah. John Champion.
John Champion would pronounce it. That's right. I have a brain for it.
Jared Bowen's really good. He's like, welfare Cole Palmer. So he's, he's pretty exciting. And I do think that he will help them out a lot. I just worry about who else is going to score goals for them. I think that they need Fulkrug to just give them anything. I mean, if he gives them anything, that's a start. I mean, Mikel Antonio is more of like a symbol of what West Ham is than you actually want him to play. You know what I mean? Like you don't really want him to play. I mean, he doesn't really.
He's also quietly 35.
He also
35 was just
quietly does literally nothing.
He's also just came back from a massive accident
that crazy accident
where he almost died.
I mean, he's basically he's basically half analyst. Like he's basically he's like retired. Like you know what I mean? This is like when Ashley Cole was like on the Galaxy.
Sure.
Yeah.
This is like when Ashley Cole was like on the Galaxy. Like he's basically done. But I mean, I can't believe I just compared Mikel Antonio to Ashley Cole. I feel like so stupid. God, that was disgraceful on my part. Anywho, 13th I have Brighton. Kind of reasons why Ricardo said I don't know where the goals are going to come from. Okay, Danny Welbeck scores 10 goals. Okay, where are all the other goals going to come from? How are they going to win games? You can't win a game 0-0. I mean,
Louis Dunk begs to differ.
I mean, like Ruder. They need Ruder. They need Ruder to score goals. How many did he have last year, Andrew?
Not many. I think he had like
3.
4. I want to say
he needs at least 8, in my opinion. He's an attacking midfielder, right?
Yeah, attacking midfielder, but winger. I think he's best on the wing.
5 in the league last year.
Yeah, you need way more than that. I think you got to have a lot. You need a lot out of Mitoma.
He's more of a creator than
and I like Mitoma a lot. But what worries me about Mitoma is I think there's even more pressure on him to really perform, and I just hope that doesn't make him not as good as he is, which would be a bit of a concern. And Verbruggen's bad. I mean, he's not a good goalkeeper. He's just not. Like he makes he's very Sanchez like, and I don't mean that in a nice way. Like he does dumb things that lead to goals. So that's a big issue. 12th, I have Crystal Palace. They have a lot of talent. They have a manager who Ricardo made a good point. It seemed like they were on snooze half the year. And then they were like, "Oh, let's get the form that we had the year before when we were talked about a lot. We just need to get it back." It seemed like they waited too long to do that, but they did it. So if they can sort of blend that with stay away from what they are at their worst and what maybe get a middle ground of what they are at their best, I think that they'll be a solid team that can make noise. And again, if they're in Europe, that might affect how good they are in the league. But they're still a decent team. They're not a complete pushover. So you have to value them in that regard. And 11th, I have Fulham. I could have easily, to me, put them 10th. Them and the team that I had 10th was a bit of a coin flip. But I like Fulham. I like the manager a lot. I like some of their players. They play really hard. I never consider them a pushover game. They're not a team that just gives games away. I mean, you can beat them. There are times where you might just have the better hand on them, but they're not a team that is, you have to take them seriously when you play them. And I think that they have earned that much respect, and they have decent players. They have, and Anthony Robinson, Smith Rowe, they have decent players. So Iwobi, They have guys that can perform. So I think that from that perspective, I think 11th is pretty fair.
No more William though. Sad.
Well, I mean, good. I don't like him playing for other London clubs. Really, I mean, having him play for Arsenal was tough enough, but luckily he didn't really do anything for them, so it all worked out.
The London circuit.
He'll always be blue.
All right, 10th to 8th now. 10th, I've got Forest. Reasons block outlined already. I'm a little nervous with them in terms of repeating the same success they had last year because of their European Cup they're going to be in now. Especially with a younger team like theirs who don't have, whose top end talent aren't used to playing European competition as well. I think that's gonna be a little rough on them. I do like that Gibbs White is staying for now. As much as I didn't watch the presser, but Christian was telling me about how Marinakis, Forest's owner, was kind of like shrugging him off or whatever, kind of just ignoring him, or just terrible body language.
I mean, is that surprising at all?
As I said to Christian, I was not shocked hearing about it because this is the same guy who screamed at Nuno after they had one of the most successful seasons in Forest history. So I am not shocked. And this guy, I mean, he's probably hanging out one of his 6 yachts in the Mediterranean right now. Like, he does not care. His Ponzi scheme money, he's having so much fun. No, he not shocked at all. But I do like I do like that Gibbs White at least is committed to the project, and I think that shows a good sign of the club. And I like Christian said, and I like the moves they've made. So I'm not high on Forest, but I still like Forest. And I think, going forward, I think next year will be a better year for them if they retain the same crew, big ask, than it will be this year. But we'll have to see. 9th, I'm going with Jacob's favorite club, Spurs. Good old Tottenham. New manager, best player / captain is gone. Kind of a weird year. And somehow they're going to end up a lot better than last year. So I have faith in Spurs to bounce back. Once again, I mean, you look at their squad and you're like, they should be a top half of the table team. But you just, like we said, new manager, you never know. Now, the manager is a very good one in Thomas Frank, as we've detailed. But, I mean, where's the leadership going to be coming from? Is it going to be Christian Romero screaming at people? I don't think so. Is it going to be from the quiet Papa Sarr? I don't think so. So that'll be interesting to watch, but I still think they'll have a solid bounce back year. Nothing to write home about, but I think that's peak Thomas Frank. Very apropos. So I have him 9th. And then 8th.
The Thomas Frank experience. It's never as good as it looks.
Yes. 8th. I love this club. Oh, I love Bournemouth. And I mean, Semenyo is my guy. He's becoming one of my guys pretty fast. I mean, just watch this guy's mixtape from last year, man. His highlight reel is unbelievable. Some of the goals he's been able to score. Very jealous. But I love the Cherries, man. I like the direction they've been in. Obviously, last season, a very successful year, ending up 9th. And they retain like a big portion of their squad. So I like where Bournemouth is headed. Once again, with them, it's, can they stay healthy? But I have faith in Bournemouth to at least repeat the success they had last season. I don't see a big drop off from them. I think their floor is probably in the 11th to 12th range, but I don't see them going much lower if they do fall. So I like Bournemouth.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I have him in 10th. Petrovic, very good signing.
Yes.
I think he's a pretty significant upgrade over Kepa. I think he's more controlled in the box.
Our good friend.
Losing Kirkes and Dean Hoyson are obviously very, very big. Honestly, if they kept, especially Dean Hoyson, I think I would have had him a little higher. But they've brought in over 100 million euros already. So I would assume with the way they've invested in years prior, I think they'll invest well. Truffert is a solid left back who's been, pretty highly touted out of France. So I think he'll be a solid replacement for Kirkes. But Iraola's, I think he's a year away from one of the big jobs. If Amorim struggles, if Arteta doesn't win a trophy this year, I would see him potentially taking a big job in one of those two situations. He maybe goes back to Spain. That maybe that's a possibility. But I think Iraola is one of the better managers outside of the big six. So I think they'll finish top half. This is the one that's, I guess, surprising for some. Everton I have in 9th. That's a lot higher. And it's maybe ironic coming from a guy who's wearing a Liverpool kit. But I think they played much better football under David Moyes. The results were better. They're in a new stadium, which I think will give them a little bit of a bounce.
New pitch effect. I love it.
I also think they've done some solid business, and Jacob is familiar with one of their guys that's close to a deal, Kieran Dewsbury Hall.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I should have added that in. That I should have. That's 5 goals.
That might be a couple points.
25 million more for Chelsea.
I liked what they did under David Moyes in comparison to Sean Dyche last year. Honestly, that's the biggest factor for me. So,
utter woke nonsense. I can't believe this.
Yeah, well, you know what? Fine. Okay. It's all right.
No, I'm laughing at what Andrew said, not you.
I'll be all right. And then finishing things off, I have Aston Villa in 8th.
Wow.
Also, another team who hasn't done a ton of business this summer. Could lose Ollie Watkins, which is going to be...
Could lose Morgan Rogers.
Could lose Morgan Rogers as well. I'm thinking also in the same light as I said about Forest and Palace, I think they're going to go full in on Europa League. That's Unai Emery's competition. I think he's going to really put an emphasis on going out and winning that. And I think they will suffer in the league slightly. So I have them finishing just out of European places in 8th.
Interesting. Okay. So I'll say for me, I'll put a 10th Forest. Now they have Europe. I feel like the logical thing is they will drop off in the Premier League, at least a little bit. They're still a good squad. So I just think with, having to focus on one other competition, it just adds more, fatigue, more factoring into rotation and all that. So, they'll finish 10th. They'll still be good. Now in 9th, I have Bournemouth. See, losing Howson and Kirkish are both huge, but they also might lose their other center back to PSG. I don't know how you pronounce his name.
Sibani.
Yeah. So he's also potentially on the move. So if they lose him as well, that's 3 holes. Well, I guess 2 holes at center back, you kind of have to fill in, and that also means kind of a new partnership that you kind of have to develop. And so still, they're a fun side regardless. Like offensively, attacking wise, everything they do is just fun to watch. So they'll still be scoring a lot of goals and still be a good side. Now, 8th is where I'm just gonna say I put United in 8th. Listen, they can get all the attackers in the world, and Bomos. Who else they got offensively? I mean, they're about to get Cunha. They might also get well, I'm drawing blanks right now.
Sesko.
But they let Sesko, yeah. So that's great and all, but who's in the midfield? Who's playing center back? Who's playing defense?
I mean, they have midfielders. I just don't know if they're gonna work.
Okay,
I mean,
Casemiro. I love as much as I love him.
He is
Ugarte.
so far past his prime.
Yes,
Ugarte
can't pass the ball. He's a great defensive midfielder. That's fine.
doesn't have to pass the ball if he's the
he does.
midfielder.
How do you get from point A to point B? You pass the ball. I'm just saying. Listen,
Bruno. That's Bruno's job.
Bruno can't
No, that's Harry Maguire's job.
Bruno cannot do everything in the midfield. But yes, also, yeah.
I mean, they basically ask him to.
Okay, yeah, fine.
Am I wrong? Is that not what they do?
Who else do you rely on? You're not relying on mine.
Kobe Mainu.
Yeah, but he's not even he's one of those players that might still be on the squad because no one wants to buy him, but he doesn't fit the system, whatever. So I'm just saying, midfield wise, there's still a train.
Casemiro.
I mean,
you could have 2 center defensive mids. What are they going to do?
Mason Mount.
Mason Mount, Chelsea legend.
Wow, he scored a goal a few days ago. Wow, big whoop-de-doo. Like, he's great. Yeah, he'll be the solution.
He has not stayed healthy. Ugarte Mainu. That's 4 good midfielders.
He has not stayed healthy the last few seasons.
Who?
Mason Mount.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm
bad.
Not high on the midfield at all. I'm sorry. But, plus, Sesko's the real number 9. If they do, in fact,
if they get Sesko, he is going to score 3 goals. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's so true.
Think about this with Sesko. People are going gung ho about Sesko. Timo Werner, and Christopher Nkunku were both better players at Leipzig. How'd that work out?
One of them's an MLS.
Timo Werner's a Champions League winner.
Exactly. And they were both better players than Sesko at Leipzig. Has anyone not learned their lesson?
Oh, goodness. But even defensively, Lenny Yoto, he'll be good eventually, I think he's a good player already.
No, I'm saying we wanted him last year. I know.
Harry Maguire, he's Harry Maguire. He'll score a game winner and I don't know.
After they lose faith, they'll lose all faith in him in December. They're like, there's reports he's going to leave the club, and then he's going to score 3 goals in 4 matches.
Exactly.
Faux 9.
Lisandro Martinez, he can't stay healthy either. Another issue there.
But when he
De Ligt is so inconsistent. De Ligt is he can be really good or really bad. There's no in between. I'm just saying across the board, I just think there's not enough.
Here's the case for Man U. If Mbumu...
He's not a center back, though.
No, but hold on. Here's the case. If Mbumu and Cunha are 75%... Can I please finish my point?
Yeah, go.
If Mbumu and Cunha are 75% of what they were last year, that's really good. That's a lot of goals.
That's a good take.
And you know what they need? People that could score at least 10 friggin' goals.
Okay, but that doesn't matter if you can't defend. It doesn't matter if you concede 4 or 5 goals. You can score all the goals you want. I'm just saying their midfield and their defense, I just think it's suspect.
But they don't concede 4 or 5 every game. They try hard when they play Liverpool.
I like De Ligt.
They try hard when they play other teams. I mean, when they play my team, they try hard. I mean, they just need
maybe
to get
against
the
the
lid.
bigger clubs they
They
try.
should
They
just
also play down to teams' levels, like lower teams.
Yes, that's a good point.
they just need to get a hypnotist and tell the lick that he's back at Ajax, and then he's gonna be fine.
Yeah,
No,
10 years ago that was like.
Yeah, they're gonna concede 4 goals to Wolves in November. They're gonna, I don't know, whenever they play, they're gonna lose to Leeds. Yeah, you're 100% right. They play down to their competition.
Yeah, so
But-
I just don't think they're that good. Still, like if they bought more reinforcements in the midfield, or at least defensively, fine. I would have given them like maybe 6th or 7th. I just don't think they're there yet. If they make a move or two like that in the next few weeks, I might have a different opinion. But I still don't think they're. I just think they're 8th. They're just, Prove me wrong is what I'm trying to say. I'm just doubting them. I'm just hating on them. And I'm not even a Liverpool fan, so. There you go.
Beautiful. Jacob, what you got?
All right, 10th. I have Bournemouth because they have one of the best goalkeepers in the world. They have Semenyo, who's good. They have 25% of Tyler Adams for all, which is also the percentage of games he'll play this year.
Clifford?
What?
No,
What'd you say?
Go on.
Oh.
Go on.
So they're in 10th.
Wanna see
9th, Nottingham Forest. I still think they're going to be really good. I know they lost Alanga, but pretty much the rest of their core is intact. Chris Wood's still there. Morgan Gibbs-White's still there. They still have Sells. I think that's the goalkeeper's name, right? Ola Aina, like they still have good players and they have a good manager, and I think that means something. 8th, I have Man U, and I laid it out for Ricardo that if they get Cunha and Mbumo to play again close to what they played like last year, they're going to be a significantly better team. I'm sorry, they're going to be. Like if those guys play like they're supposed to, they're going to be much better. I understand that they were horrific defensively, but they had a lot of games where they just lost because they didn't score goals. And if they have any attack, if Amram can just figure some stuff out, and maybe, with a full summer and like more time, they can figure out his, system, which is, like the Pythagorean theorem. I mean, maybe they'll figure it out, maybe it just takes time, and maybe he'll just stop humiliating all the players in front of the whole team. I don't know, It's like the Deion Sanders, like telling half the team that he wants them to transfer. That's Ruben Amorim in every team. Did you see that they wanted them to do all or nothing?
Yeah.
And he was one of the main reasons why they said no. I wonder why.
Only nothing, no all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine him talking about Garnacho in a team meeting,
my
or
God.
him talking about to Rashford on the training pitch?
Oh my God. You're not a good player. Oh God, what I would do to listen to that.
Yeah, but I think that they'll be better this year. And I hate to say, an 8th for Man U after what they were last year is a good year. If you expect them to be in the top 4 and the top 7, then I mean, calm down, hold the horses back. If they get in the top 7, you should throw a parade after the season from hell that they had last year.
I thought you were putting them top 7, to be honest.
But I didn't.
So did I.
But I didn't. You see, I didn't.
So why are you trying to flame me? And you're like,
I'm not flaming you. I'm
agree with
blaming
you. You're
you
going to
because
8.
you wouldn't let me finish my point.
All that just to be 8th, just like me. Great minds think alike.
Well, we're moving on. Okay. I guess we're throwing that parade. Because I have Newcastle 7th. I mean, with Isak potentially being gone, I mean, yikes.
But where's he gonna go?
Pick me.
Hey, if he goes to Liverpool, that's an unbeatable squad. That's officially super team.
You're right.
Like,
They will never lose a game again.
And no one better complain about FSG. That's the end of it. That's the end of it. The
Honestly,
Red Sox.
You said that after the Vert signing, and then we made Ekitike a signing. And then
Unbelievable. And now you're still going to somehow get Isak. Like, I'm telling you, no one should talk.
The best part of them signing him is listening to Jamie Carragher trying to pronounce Ekitike.
Yeah.
It's going to be like asking him to speak Chinese. It's going to be like...
Oh, man. Yeah, I still have Newcastle, obviously, top 7 club. But, you know, I love Eddie Howe still. But, like, it's just Anthony Gordon. I mean, you know, they're just going to be worse if they lose Isak. So I can't see them top 5 or 6. However, Jacob gave you the case for them. I'm all in. I think Man U will be a top 6 club this season. And specifically because of Jacob's good scenario. I think Cunha specifically, I mean, if Mbeumo can be 75%, unbelievable. Take that and run. I think Matheus Cunha could be a lot better too. I've been, you know me, I've been talking about Cunha for years on this podcast. I thought City should have gotten him at one point. I think that was a just brilliant move by Man U, who needed some attack desperately. Now, obviously, there's still work to be done for them, but I think it was a great start. However, here's the case against Man U. There was one photo I saw this summer. Terrible.
I'm trying to think where you're going with this.
It was 4 men posing for a photo. 4 men. R9. Ronaldinho. Neymar. Matheus Cunha. That's cursed. That is cursed. I'm sorry. That's like the photo of the 3-headed monster, the dragons. Yeah, and one of them's like dumb. That dumb one's Matheus Cunha. No disrespect, but all the disrespect. Just terrible placement for a photo. 3 living legends in Matheus Cunha.
That's like if you added Kyle Korver to the banana boat.
Yes. 100%. 100%. Maybe. Well, no. Kyle Korver is a fair comp for Matheus Cunha. Actually, Kyle Korver was an all-star once. So, yeah. I'm high on Man U, and Ricardo. I'm sorry. I completely disagree about your midfield take with them.
That's fine. Don't fall apart. Just wait.
Completely disagree. I'm an Ahmed guy.
Not a midfielder. I mean, he's
gonna be playing wing back this year.
Oh, God.
I saw it. I mean, they've been throwing him out as like right mid too. Like not.
Yes,
like,
that's his. Yeah, put him in the right mid, right wing. That's where he needs to be.
But, I like Man U. I like their. I mean, Lenny Yoro. I still have a lot of faith in taking another step in the back line.
He's got to be healthy.
He's got to be healthy, and that's going to be the key for I think all their back line,
especially their midfield. When Mason will miss half the year.
Yeah, 100%.
Because his feelings are hurt.
And they need good keeper play.
Yeah, that's actually the thing that we didn't bring up enough. That is the biggest problem.
They need good.
Can Onana just be half of what he was at Inter? Just be that.
He's had
And
moments.
I know he's had moments. That's the problem. Is that I know
consistent.
the talent. It's in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if they have that, plus the attack they should have, I have faith that they'll be a top 6 club.
Onana suffers from RJ Barrett syndrome, which is that he's very good at the spectacular and he is awful with the easy.
It's actually a good take. I like that a lot.
Thank you.
That's a very good take. In the where was it? 5th Villa. Hey, Unai Emery effect still runs strong in these parts.
Yeah.
I don't care.
That's the standard. Another year where you're just good enough to not be good to be good
exactly. Exactly. And here's the thing: half the year they'll probably be top 4.
Yeah, but they always do that thing where they're like up 2-0 at
Exactly.
halftime, and then they always end up 2-2 at the end of the game.
Yes.
So the worst second half team ever.
Yes, and yes, 100%. But here's a positive for them: they don't have Marcus Rashford anymore, so they don't need to throw him out there.
Yeah, he's gonna be Rafinha 2.0.
Oh God.
No. He's
They
gonna
did
be
that whole marketing campaign of Rashford at Barca.
Stop.
Like the phone booth. Gary Lineker.
Please.
Oh my God. What a joke. What a joke. And all I saw was the Barca Twitter account the past few days putting out Marcus Rashford propaganda. Like he's David Beckham. Unbelievable what I've been seeing. They are the worst propaganda artists on planet Earth. They have more propaganda power than some governments. The way they're making their fans think that Marcus Rashford is actually something. They're doing the celebration. Rafinha scored a goal and I'm like, no.
He's already infected. He's already infected the core.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Soon they're all going to be showing up 30 minutes late to training.
Good.
Oh,
good.
The thing is,
that's fine with me.
Oh, I hope Hansi Flick falls in love with him. That'll be his downfall if he falls in love with him.
Yeah, but that'll make people watch. He'll end up being good.
That's the thing I'm worried about.
Stop.
That's what I'm worried about.
No.
It's gonna be classic Rashford bounce back year.
It's gonna be the classic Rashford 20 goals.
Yeah, he comes back to England for the World Cup. Then has a disaster following year. But go back to Villa. God, where do we go? I know European competition, potentially, could, wither them a little, but as Christian said, and like I shouldn't say, but as Christian said, Europa League, I think Unai Emery would be very much wanting that. And I think that will destroy any hopes of them wanting a top 4 spot. But I do think they will still have another very good Aston Villa season. And I'm not too worried about much of their squad leaving. And why would you want to leave that project? I don't know. It just seems like such a good spot for players. I don't know why. But I'm not part of that club. So,
all right. I'll just shuffle through these quickly. Newcastle 7th. I'm in agreement. I said it in the group chat today. I think they're well on their way to having one of the worst transfer windows in the recent Premier League history. They have missed on literally every target. They're going to miss on another one when Sesko goes to Manchester United.
They got Alenga.
Every other target. We can go through the list.
I'm just saying. I mean, they wanted him bad and they got him. So, they didn't miss.
Yeah, that is
they did get
player.
one big. They did get one fish.
Congrats. You're like 1 for 12.
Yeah.
You've
For
missed
a club
on
that's trying to
João
spend that much
Pedro,
money. Yeah.
Hugo Ekitike.
They're
You missed
Jock-
on Brian and Bomo.
Yeah, call him
I
Jock
can keep
Peterson.
going.
That one's big.
Sure. Yeah. I'm sure Anthony
Doing it
Lang
to
is going to
yourself.
bag 100 goals
I
this
had to.
season. No. And I mean, even if they were to not sell Isak, I don't know how they recover that relationship
Yeah.
because
It's been
he
done
is
before. I mean, this stuff happens all the time. I mean,
sure. But I don't see it. I also think that
I mean,
championship
Osimhen still played for Napoli, and they literally said things that were obscene. So I mean,
the season that season did not go well for them.
Yeah.
he still played.
And then they shipped him
I
off.
he can play, but is he going to put all of his effort in like he?
Yeah,
would?
he's gonna be angry, and he's gonna take and he's gonna see good anger.
No.
Players aren't built like that anymore.
7th. Okay. I'm gonna just keep going because I know we're running out of time. Manchester United in
Oh, I
6th.
didn't even look.
Honestly, the one reason that we haven't discussed yet is they are only playing one game a week, which I think is going to be a major positive for them.
That's a very good
I
point.
think that's going to give Emran plenty of time to establish what he wants stylistically. And again, they need to sell some players. Jadon Sancho, they need to get his wages off. Antony, they've done well with getting Marcus Rashford on loan. But I don't think Sesko is the right buy. I think they do need help in midfield. I do think they could have help in other areas. I don't think a striker is really the need. If they really don't like Højlund and Xerxes, they could just play Cunha as a makeshift 9 and figure it out. So I don't think that's a smart buy, but I do think one game a week, no Europe. I think that's going to benefit them vitally in the league. And then I think I'm higher on this team than the whole group. I think Tottenham's finishing 5th. I think Thomas Frank, as we saw last year and in years prior, he's exceeded expectations with squads that probably shouldn't be finishing where they are. Ivan Toney left and Brentford finished mid-table. And you lose all these different players, and he still finds a way. I don't think they'll go very far in Champions League, which I think will help them down the stretch in the league. And yeah, losing Son is going to hurt, at least from a leadership point of view. I think he's far past his best now. I think Kudus, I said it earlier, I think he's going to do very well. Matthias Tell is somebody they bought in a permanent, 20 years old. He needs to take a leap forward. Yeah, I think they're in good shape. I think they're going to play a more cautious approach. Certainly, high line is not going to be there as much as it was under Ange. I think that'll benefit Van de Ven and Romero in particular. I think Tottenham has a good season and finishes 5th.
All right. Quickly, I'll put Spurs at 7th. Newcastle at 6th. They're still, I think, a better squad collectively than Spurs are. And then I'll put Villa at 5th. Because, I mean, if that could change if Ollie Watkins leaves. But, again, I think they're still good enough anyway as their team, as their roster is now. So, you guys kind of already ran through the reasons, so I'll just go with that. Yeah.
All right. Tottenham 7th, Villa 6th, Newcastle 5th. Isak is staying.
All right. 4th, the 1st. 4th. You might be shocked.
Say it.
Arsenal.
Yes.
Arsenal. Gyökeres. Congrats. Gyökeres. I don't care. I need to see some semblance of a striker continuity on the field work before I put you any higher than this right now. Because right now Chelsea is better, because right now City is better, and because right now Liverpool is a lot better. So that's why Arsenal's 4th. And I just ran through the rest of the order. Chelsea 3, obviously, just won the Club World Cup, big high. I think they'll continue that high after an amazing season for Chelsea. What a bounce back in Enzo Maresca. Just an incredible manager. 2, City, lots of moves too. Rodri healthy. Big deal. I think you'll see a very good City season once again, and I think they will compete with Liverpool. I think it will be a close race for first, but with all the moves Liverpool's made, I mean, I gotta pick them first. Obviously, the reigning champions, as Christian will gloat and brag about, because that's his nature. But FSG, they got pissed. They said people weren't spending money. They're like, okay, you're saying we're not spending money? Okay, Red Sox, you're not getting funded. All the money's going to Liverpool.
Fine.
And I say fine by me. Yeah, exactly. I think it's fine with all of us. So that's what's going on. I love it. Good for Liverpool. Good for FSG, honestly.
They own the Penguins too, right?
Yes, they own the Penguins.
All right, good.
Yeah,
so all of the money for Liverpool. No one else.
So that's what I have right now.
I have the same order. I like what Arsenal's done, but I just don't like it as much as what I've seen from Chelsea.
Yes.
That was my reasoning. I think João Pedro, excellent signing. Jamie Gittins, another good piece. Jarrell Hato is a good one. There are a lot of people talking highly of him. Left back and left center back. So he gives you versatility.
Yeah.
And
he's
again,
more of a left
option,
back, right? More of a left. Please tell me he's more of a left back.
I've heard more of a mix, but we'll see. I don't know.
Need a left back.
And they also Xavi Simons might come in too, which
where is he gonna play?
Figure it out.
I'll tell you, if they bring in Garnacho though, that might sink them maybe below the top 10.
Yeah, that's a good point. Honestly, I was considering putting Chelsea over City. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people may think. City looked really weird in the Club World Cup, and I know it's the Club World Cup; they've had more time, but my goodness, they looked really bad defensively against.
And this is a new team. Like De Bruyne not being there is a big deal. Walker not being there is a big deal. Like 2 of their biggest leaders of their golden years are gone.
Yep.
And I no one loves Rodri more than me. No one. But I don't know if he's just gonna be the best player in the world immediately.
I think he'll need 6 months.
Yeah, and they don't have 6 months.
They don't have 6 months to wait. Again, they've done good business. Reinders is a really good buy. Ain't Nori's a good one too. Cherky was honestly kind of
solves their left back issue.
It'll be tight. The one worry for Liverpool, and I have them first. I do think if they can't get Isak, which at this rate I don't know what's going to happen because Newcastle cannot buy a striker, so I don't think they will sell if they can't bring one in. They'll need another 9 because Darwin's going to leave. Obviously, with the sudden passing of Diogo Jota, we are down another 9. Luis Diaz played as a false 9 last year at times. He's gone. So they only have Hugo Ekitike as a 9, assuming Darwin gets a move to likely Saudi.
I mean, so Gakpo can play there.
He can, but he doesn't. He's better off the left. So I guess you can use Gakpo as a 9.
So is Diaz. So I mean, there you go.
That's my one concern. But that and center back. Center back's also a need, but we'll see if they bring in Mark Gehi, which is my pick. But Ricardo, off to you.
I have the same order, pretty much for all the reasons you guys have outlined. Arsenal, there was a time where they would finish 4th every single season, so I think it might start going back to that way. I remember that used to be a thing. That used to be a joke. The running joke is like, oh, they just finished 4th, so why not start it back up again, Revive that. So, Arsenal 4th, Chelsea 3rd. You guys have already said it. I mean, they have a ton of momentum coming off the Club World Cup. Enjoy that 4 years of whatever,
you get the badge, man.
Yeah, exactly. I hope
it's a nerfed badge. It's not as good.
Hey,
I agree. Yeah, It doesn't mean as much. No. I'm just saying that.
Watch it.
And then City, yeah, it'll take some time for them. I know they don't really have time to figure it out necessarily, but I still think all the signings they brought in, they will be eventually gel together. And also they're much younger. They have more legs in the midfield too. So that was a huge issue for them last year.
Oh gosh, Gundogan and Kovacic.
Yeah, I mean, just getting outrun
No
every
running.
single game. No, not at all. Now you have legs. Now you can actually control games maybe. So go back to the way Pep wants to play. So and then yeah, Liverpool first for the reasons you guys said. All the signings. I mean, they're poised for another big year.
All right, I am surprised of how down you guys are at Arsenal. I think getting Gyökeres is a massive deal. To me, this is the big fish that they've wanted, and this is the striker that I think he's that good. And if he can replicate, again, 80% of what he was in Portugal, then they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. Now, I don't know why they wanted Noni Madueke so badly. I mean, I would have driven him to their facility for 50 mil. I mean, thank you, Arsenal. I mean, again, he's literally the same position as Saka, and he's significantly worse. He can't play on the left. So, I probably will eat crow, and he'll have 20 goals by December. But hey, he'll probably do the Kai Havertz act where he, has like 8 goals. I'm supposed to feel bad about it, but none of them mean anything. So, But I think that Arsenal are a lot better. I actually have City in 4th.
Wow.
Because even though
Okay.
I think that they've had a good summer, I'm not sure how that it's going to just click right away. As I mentioned earlier, losing De Bruyne and Walker, I understand that they're very diminished. That's a big loss out of the locker room to me. Those are 2 big voices that are just gone. Who's going to fill that vacuum? Cities, I worry about their leadership in certain ways because I don't think it's as strong as it used to be. And I just wonder how long it's going to take those new players who are very talented and very good to gel. I don't know if it's going to be fixed immediately. So for that reason, I have them 4th. Again, they could be 3rd. I could have them anywhere in the top 4. And if you told me that, I wouldn't be surprised. But it's just the way it is. I have Chelsea 3rd. I think that they need to finish 3rd. I think that they need to be better than they were last year. Because I get worried that the crazy owners will do something really stupid, like fire the manager if they're not. And that's a legit concern that I'm very worried about. But I thought they had a great summer. Honestly, as much as they made good signings, I'm more happy about the people that they got rid of. They got rid of João Felix. Finally, my nightmare
So you're
is
happy about Petrovic?
over. What?
You're happy about Petrovic?
Well, of course I'm not. But they got rid of João. They got rid of João. Waste of time, Felix. João. Waste of talent, Felix. João doesn't do literally anything, Felix. I mean, they got 50 mil for João.
Unbelievable.
Oh, isn't it great? They got the 25 mil for Dewsbury Hall. They got 25 mil for Petrovic. They got all that money from winning the Club World Cup. Now, listen, am I excited about it? They got 50 mil for Madueke. I mean, we made profit. I mean, we have a surplus. Forget a deficit. Listen, I am not crazy about Jamie Gittins. I mean, 8 goals for Dortmund is not going to make me, jump for joy. But hopefully he gets better. They need people on the left because that's a position they're not very strong at. So hopefully he does something. But I feel good. I think that Cole Palmer turned a corner in the back half of the Club World Cup and started to figure some stuff out. Roberts, as much as I have ripped Robert Sanchez to shreds, if he can play like he did the back half of the year, the whole year, then they will be better next year. I firmly believe that. Now, it doesn't mean I'll never fully trust him, but there's that. And I have Arsenal in second. And you know what? I want them to finish second. I don't want them in fourth. I don't want them in fifth. I don't want them in third. I want them in second.
So there's an
Because
agenda.
fair enough. I want the most pain possible. Third doesn't hurt them that bad. Fourth won't make them that upset. But second will. Second will destroy their souls. And it would be the most peak Arsenal thing ever to finish second again, because they are the club of silver. And Liverpool will win the. I actually don't think Liverpool will ever lose a game ever again. I think that they're. I mean, I'm doing a jinx thing, but
Jacob with whatever gimmick he's trying to pull.
yeah. I mean, I don't think you should be stressed out about any game the whole year, Christian, because I mean, you're just gonna walk over the whole league, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing to worry about.
That's no comment for me.
But in all seriousness, I do think Liverpool are going to be a juggernaut. They're going to be a really, really good team. And I don't know how you stop them. My only thing with Liverpool is that I wonder if this year they'll be more motivated to have a better season than they did last year, because they had a great year last year, but it wasn't that impressive points-wise. It wasn't that impressive when you consider how hot they were to start. You know, they could have had a historic season last year, and they sort of tailed off and didn't seem that focused on that and more focused on just getting through and winning the league. I wonder if this year they'll be more focused on really having a year to remember. And if they do, then I think they'll be even better than they were last year, which is a possibility. And again, they spent a lot of money on Florian Wirtz. If Florian Wirtz is what he is in Germany, then they're going to be really hard to stop. So yeah, not really hardly any weaknesses at all either, with the exception of what Christian brought up with the lack of depth at striker. But again, you know what's going to happen? They're going to put Gakpo there. He'll do this patch act where he, you know, does his Luis Diaz impression, and it works. And it's, you know, they're all geniuses, and Frimpong's going to make you forget about Trent ever existed, and you know, it's all going to be hunky dory in Liverpool land.
All right. Let's go rapid fire on these awards real quick so we can get off. Real quick, Golden Boot, Erling Haaland. Next.
Liverpool's getting Isak, and he's winning the Golden Boot. You're welcome.
Isak is winning the Golden Boot for Newcastle.
Salah. I'm going to go Salah. Golden Boot.
Okay. Playmaker. Wirtz.
Yeah, Wirtz.
Yeah.
I swear that was who I had. I'm not copying. I swear I have it written down. Like,
yeah. We'll put him. Yeah. Anyway, it's just.
And this is good because we'll jinx him and he won't win it.
No. All right, I'm changing.
No, Kudus. There you go.
Nice. I like it.
And they won't make the Champions League. And they won't make the Champions League perfect.
All right. Golden Glove. Eddie Martinez. Fun pick though. James Trafford.
That means that
Ederson is gone.
I don't see that happening. I'll take him. In 3 seconds if they don't want him anymore.
But I don't think Ederson's gonna be gone right away, so I'm picking Eddie Martinez.
I'm just gonna go chalk here and David Raya.
Yeah, me too.
Solid.
Eddie Martinez.
All right. Player of the year.
Salah
also.
Yeah, I'm going Isak.
I'm going Wirtz.
Man, you're really high on Newcastle, Christian.
Really?
Okay. Young player of the year.
Wirtz.
Who you guys got?
Wirtz.
God, no.
I can't wait for him to score 5 goals.
I didn't want to say it. Because I had him as my player of the year, so it's obvious that he's.
Exact same thing for me. I have him, you know.
No, I'm making it different. I'm gonna go Ryan Cherky.
Oh, I like that. Hey, Brighton love Kostulis, young player of the year. There you go. Manager of the year. I'm gonna Block. Can I guess yours?
Amarin.
Oh,
Go guess.
oh, it's not Amram.
No.
Thomas Frank.
Slot.
Whoever wins
Good
the
point.
league gets pretty much.
Yeah,
gets
no,
the
you're
award.
right. You're right. You're
It
right.
is,
I was
yeah.
thinking
This
like
isn't
that.
the NFL.
You're right.
This
You're
isn't,
right.
like,
You're
They
right.
don't give
You're
it to
right.
overachiever.
You know,
They give
you're
it
right.
to-
You're right. You're right. Although last year I think I gave it to Enzo Maresca.
No, they didn't. They gave it to.
Do it
Slot.
again.
I know. I said I gave it.
Oh yeah.
I
you did.
predicted. I predicted
I
Enzo
misheard
Maresca
you.
last
I
year,
misheard you.
and you called me a fool. But I'm
Who's
going
laughing
Slot.
now?
I always was sneaky. I always had a little optimism that they would be better than I thought last year.
Yeah.
But yeah, Slot. I mean,
Slot.
I have Liverpool winning the league, so it's piece
Makes
of cake.
sense.
All right. That's it with that. Boys.
Sleeper Duncan Ferguson when he takes over Everton. No. I wish he was in the Prem again. God, I love Duncan
Oh
Ferguson.
God, we just need Sean Dyche back.
I agree.
Out of woke nonsense.
We need Harry Red. We need Harry Redknapp back.
We need
Scott Parker back. The worst manager ever.
Scott Parker's in the Prem.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
already
yeah.
is. Oh wait, who's he managing?
Burnley.
Oh, wait, it's perfect. So they're gonna get relegated. He's the best. The North men are getting relegated with Scott Parker.
Oh God, what a wonderful time I had with all of you.
Scott Parker is like, he's like Scott Foster with like you need the extender. It's like that's Scott Parker.
Yeah, that's the cue to go.
Hey, I'm just happy we still have Graham Potter. Okay,
Oh,
I'm still happy Graham Potter is still around.
so
Oh,
am I.
another reason why West Ham will be 15th. Anyways, everyone, if you have any comments, suggestions, what we should do next, comment on the video, reply to us on Twitter/X. I mean, we've been saying for years we want a TikTok going. We're gonna figure it out eventually. Eventually.
Yeah.
But Christian does a great job on the Twitter. He's gonna post. He promised he's gonna post that TikTok. Speaking of,
Yep.
We'll give him ideas.
Went
It's not
viral.
all. We will aid. We will aid him.
we'll aid. But he's gonna post that TikTok that went viral from a few years ago. that
Oh
he talked
yeah,
about.
that one.
That's what I was saying. But obviously reach out. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. With that being said, have a good one, everyone. Let's have a great start to the year.